Well, hello there. I am making a little video for you today because I would like to hold myself accountable. And this is a long process for me because I never hold myself accountable. I always find a way to talk myself out of doing things or decide not to do things because they're not necessary to my life. So here I am in my lovely Pittsburgh apartment. This is mine and Anthony's bedroom. I think that a room tour and a house tour and a show you around Pittsburgh tour is definitely forthcoming. So there, I put it out there on the internet and now I have to do it. But the thing that I want to do today is actually I hope that you can hear all the weird stuff that goes on. That's an airplane, which is relatively normal, but you can always hear, like, right on the other side of this wall is another apartment and, like, the steps to another apartment. So you can hear people, like, scampering up the steps, and I think that it's somebody in my house. It's not. It's someone else's house. But I realized today that I only brought a few select things to Pittsburgh with me, and I was actually wondering why I brought the particular things that I did, because they are all writing things, and I feel like they have somewhat of a theme, and all of that has to do with getting myself off my own butt and writing the things that I want to be writing. So these have a couple of different categories. One is stuff to write in and then another category is stuff to facilitate writing. So let me show you first the things that I plan to write in. Notebook. Good. Got it at Borders a billion years ago. It's partially used. I intend to use this the same way I've always used it, and that is to write down notes and poems. And there is a cake tree that I did for my wedding that I showed to the guy who actually made the cake tree. There's a doodle, you know? So I intend to fill this up while I'm in Pittsburgh. So there's that one. I will update you on progress with that. Little tiny baby moleskin. An anthology of English poetry. Apparently, I have been using this to write down books that I need to read. So, and then translators that I need to look up. So there are apparently people who are better at writing than others. Villager folklore. So this is when I was looking at being an expert on folklore. I intend to fill that up with not only books that I should be reading, books that I have read, and then possibly like a little blurb or review that I intend to make into a vlog one day, or possibly a blog, which might be easier. Little 3 notebook set that I got at Target at one point. Let's see what's in here. In this one, I have coffee bar, coffee shop, coffee bean roaster. This is me trying to put together a list of things that I want to eventually have in my coffee bar, as well as a detailed layout of my coffee bar. For anybody who didn't know, I would like to own a coffee bar one day, and that has been a dream of mine for quite a while. And then there's just a grocery list. So that has 2 pages filled up in it. It should be more. I might change it from coffee bar one day to something else, because I also have a Pinterest of my coffee bar one day. This one has a bit of gum. I don't know why I do this. It's kind of disgusting. But it started... I guess I went to a youth gathering at one point and I wanted to remember the moment, and I wrote a really long entry in my journal at the time about the flavor of the gum. Like, it was watermelon bubble yum with Pepsi, and it was delicious, and I put the gum in the journal, and now it's a habit. It's gross. Don't pick up my journals. Anybody who sees them and finds them in real life, that's just... So... About this journal, I've been thinking a lot about video ideas. Oh, this is me trying to put video ideas down. There are 2 pages filled. That's it. So that'll definitely need to get filled up. I have a trillion more video ideas, and there are a lot on my computer as well, so, you know. It's not that I just stopped, it's that I can type faster than I can write. And this one is... It looks like just a list. Probably, this looks like an expense list, like things I'm going to need to spend money on. I do that. I do that also with Anthony so that we can keep in mind exactly how much we're spending and exactly how much we have to save. When did people start putting walls in their houses? This is me pondering. So this one doesn't really have a purpose. Yeah, thinking about filling that up. So that's already 5 different journals. What am I going to fill up while I'm in Pittsburgh? This is ambitious and I realize it. Alright. Oh, don't fall down. Stay very still. Alright. This one is really cool. I got this while it still has the library tape on it. I got this journal right after my undergraduate graduation. And I was in Solvang, I want to say, in California. And it was just this little bookshop, and they got donated a whole bunch of library books. This used to be a library book from the Salem Public Library in Salem, Oregon. And this is formerly the book known as Tamar. It has a few pages of the book, and then it just has blank paper. Anybody who knows me knows I like blank paper. I prefer blank paper to lined paper. So, naturally, it had to come home with me. And also, it has been completely blank since 2008 when I bought it. Not good. Not good at all. We're still going with the paper. This is not nearly all of my journals that I have collected and told myself that I was going to fill up with ideas. This is not even scratching the surface. I had a bookshelf full of journals, and I narrowed it down to these, so props to me for picking out decent ones, right? This one is colored. Multicolored. Gorgeous. Also, blank paper. Also, why don't I write in this book? It's amazing! Alright, I don't even think I bought this. I think I was given this. French fry journal, right? Because, and here's the irony. I bought this to be a diet journal and have a very detailed diet and exercise plan in here from 2007. So there's I probably won't use this as a diet and exercise journal. I will probably use this for something else, but it's too cute. It's too cute to leave behind, right? Moving on to sentimental journals. There's this one given to me by someone who I love. My bestest best friend, Leah. There's a handwritten note from her. Knows that I like blank journals. Bought this for me. Guess what I did? Put it on my shelf full of journals I'm going to fill up, huh? Yeah. That happened. So I intend to fill this one up. And probably in honor of Leah, I would fill it up with sketchy type things. But I can't just sketch. I have a problem. Whenever I sketch something, I have to write something, and I write about it, and then I'm writing like 2 poems and then a short story. So this will probably be sketchy / writing. Also sketchy / writing. You know, Harry / Draco. I don't know where I got this. I think it was on sale because it has a very big sticker residue place where sticker used to be. Really very large pages. And this is, oh, I was putting together a portfolio. Huh? Lined on one side, blank on the other side. Amazing! I don't know. I get 10 pages in, I discard the journal. Yet another one from a very special Leah friend. Let's see if she personalized this one. Doesn't look like it. Again, don't fall down. Nope. Not personalized. Gorgeous. Blank. Yes. Gonna do something awesome with this. Yes. Okay. So that ends my empty space that I'm supposed to fill up with things. I also have not one, but two of these. So I think one was given to me for my high school graduation. I think one was given to me for undergrad graduation, or maybe just someone thought of me, possibly Leah again, and gave it to me twice. Something. Possibly Ronnie. I don't really remember who gave these two to me, but it obviously screamed Vicky from the shelf, and someone gave it to me. But these pages have little quotes on them, and you're supposed to just use it as your journal, or maybe dovetail off the quote or whatever. So I can do two different things with these, or the same thing twice, or practice my handwriting, you know, practice in this one, write it really pretty in this one. Huh? Something's gonna happen with these. Got it? All right. Tiny, tiny Moleskine. Again, random notes. So this obviously is begging to get filled up. Now, moving on to books that have words in them already. All I have is my Kindle. There's like 10 books on here that I haven't read. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Huh? This is not a book that I am part of the way through, not very far into it, that I purchased so that, it has Oregon postcards in it. Oh. I purchased this so that I could do my MFA. I was actually enrolled in an MFA for a while, and then I decided not to do it. I will probably enroll in a different MFA, but I really like this book because it talks about how to be a writer and how to work as a writer. This one I bought is called The Pocket Muse. And I bought this one on Anthony and my anniversary at one point, and I really liked it because it's filled with pictures and quotes and just little blurbs and things that I can use to have inspiration and just do little writing exercises from it. So I want to use this for writing exercises. So that's why that got in the box of stuff to bring. This one is also from Leah. I think I'm sensing a theme. I miss Leah, or I want to do the things that, whatever. In my humble opinion, hilarious little quotes, and then why people are like that today. So over here, it says stuff like, "What wretched creature of what wretched kind, than man more weak, calamitous and blind." That's my air conditioner turning on, if you can hear that. And that's by Homer. You can rate it. I liked it, I didn't like it, whatever. And you can say why people are like this today. So that's cool. It's neat. I have 2 of these. I intend to write for this, but in order to do that I have to not be published. So I don't know if I'm going to get around to writing for these while I'm not published. This is Pathfinder Chronicler. They're basically fan fiction for the role-playing game that I am enamored with. Yes. Steampunk. This is an anthology of Victorian tales before steampunk was actually a thing. These are legit Victorian tales, so stuff about robots before they called it a thing. Victorian futurism. Huh? How novelists work. This one's from my friend Rita. I think I've read the whole thing, and I've started to go back through and annotate and leave myself messages on Post-its. So just a very good resource that I found, how novelists work, how to get your writing seen. Alright, now aside from those, I think the place where I'm going to start is another item given to me by my very best friend Leah. It's one of these. Wreck This Journal. Right? I think most people have seen these in a bookstore of some kind. And this appeals to me because you know my pile right here? My pile of untouched, perfect journals that I think need to be filled with brilliant things in order to make them worthwhile. Well, this is the opposite of that. This is the art is fun, art is liberating, art is for the artist. It does not necessarily need to be perfect and polished all the time. So this journal says stuff like, hang this journal in a public place, invite people to draw here, and then it just has a page for drawing here. There's one that says chew on this page. This one says collect your pocket lint here and glue it on the page. And this is upside down. No, it's not. It's not upside down. Other things, and doodle on the cover, the title page, the instruction page, the copyright page. So this one is the one that I'm most interested to do a project with. I think I'm going to video all or most of these pages as I am doing them and post them to YouTube, and just see kind of where this Wreck This Journal takes me creatively, because I think that it is one of those really good exercises to realize that it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to get done. Mail it to yourself. So it's going to go through the mail. Make a funnel out of this page and drink some water out of it. So very cool stuff. Yeah, there's the chew on this page. So, and also, it's in perfect, flawless condition. Not for long. So all of this realization and self-reflection has come on the back end of watching a TED video, which I will link below, about finding your own inner genius / allowing your genius to be something that is separate from you. So I am going to probably take a lot of what Elizabeth Gilbert, it's either Gilbert or Gildert, should have been prepared. But I'm not. But that's not going to stop me from making this video. Ooh, future self owned. I'm probably going to take a lot of her advice to heart, because she describes a conversation she had with a poet where the poet would be standing out by herself in the yard doing yard work, and she would feel the poem like thundering toward her, and she would literally have to stop whatever she was doing, run into the house and get a paper. And if she couldn't get the pen and the paper in her hand in time to write down the poem as it crashed over her, it would basically crash over her and continue. And the poet said that it was on its way to another poet. So basically, the poem is this living thing, this idea that wanders through, or basically barrels through, the world looking for a vessel to come through. And I felt very moved by this concept, and also very interested in how that a poet relates to their craft. So go and watch that video. I'll link it. But basically how her story relates to me is, I feel like I have been ignoring most of my demons, or my geniuses, or my muses, or whatever you want to call it. They've kind of been sitting on my shoulder, whispering in my ear for a while. I don't know why they've chosen me. I don't know why they chose to stay, in light of all of my conscious ignoring of them. But they are here, and they want me to talk about them. They made me bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blank journals with me to Pittsburgh, where I'm probably only going to be living for 2 years. So there is something to that. 11 blank journals. Or at least only partially used up journals. So, starting point. This is my starting point. Letting the creativity out. And then eventually letting the creativity in. Alright? And then, nourishment. So, that was a very long way of saying, hey, I'm going to start making YouTube videos. So, happy birthday to me. I will see you very soon. Bye.